It's April Fool's Day, and there's lots of scientific misconceptions out there that can make you look like a fool if you subscribe to them. Some of them have been put out there to push particular political, financial, or religious objectives. Let's take a look at some of them. Many things are referred to as common knowledge, and they can actually be scientific garbage. For example, some people believe that bananas grow on trees. They don't actually. Technically, bananas are classified as a herb. Some people believe we only have 5 senses. We actually have 9 senses. We have senses that establish our orientation, our wellness, our balance, and also we can sense heat. Some people think that bulls are angered by red. Actually, bulls can be angered by just about anything. Some people think the largest living organism is the blue whale. It isn't. It's actually a fungus. However, some scientific myths can evolve into conspiracy theories. For example, melting sea ice is causing sea level rise. If you believe that, then April Fool. There's a false correlation here. Sea ice is melting, sea level is rising. QED. It's not actually the case. Good old Archimedes understood this back 2,000 years ago. Floating ice displaces its weight in water, so when the ice melts, it is replaced by the same volume of water, and the sea level doesn't change. What's actually changing sea level are melting glaciers on land and the thermal expansion of the oceans as the ocean's temperature rise. Some people also believe that a cold snap means that global warming does not exist. If you believe that, then April Fool. Your local daily weather is little relevance to global climate trends. Day to day, week to week, or even month to month variations in such are much larger than the gradual rise of global temperatures that are measured over decades. Global warming means you'll just get more warmer days and nights than you did before. Some people will have you believe that we're heading into a grand solar minimum. If you believe that, then April Fool. The grand solar minimum is when the sun produces no or very few sunspots for several decades. That isn't the case at the moment. In fact, the sun is very healthy. It has happened before, only once, the Maunder minimum. And as you can see, for about 70 years, the sun produced sunspots are basically off scale here. They're so low. There's no scientific evidence that we're about to enter a grand solar minimum. And those that telling you there are fooling you. April Fool. There are those that would have you believe that flares and coronal mass ejections cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. If you believe that, then April Fool. There is no evidence of any correlation between geological changes and sunspot number, solar wind velocity, or geophysical parameters, e.g. the AA index, as shown here by the picture on the right. Others would believe you that chemtrails are a real thing. If you believe that, then April Fool. They're just vapor trails. More people are flying, more flights in the air, and more vapor trails, so you're just seeing them more often. There is no evidence whatsoever of any chemical spraying. No chemicals have been identified, and no samples have been taken to prove it. There are many other things that you could believe in as an alternative to all these crazy things I've just been talking about. You could believe in fairies or Planet X, ogres, alien abductions, and the devil made me do it. These are all just as likely as those things I've just mentioned. So, happy April Fool's Day, but don't take a lot of these pseudo-scientific things seriously, otherwise you'll be made to look like an April Fool all year round. So until next time, stay safe and goodbye.